Hello, fellow warriors. My name's Tori, and I'm the yoga instructor for Texas A&M Central Texas. And our last practice was about getting up and moving if we found ourselves seated frequently lately. So I'm going to continue on that process a little bit, and I want to focus today on postures and yoga movements that are ideal for achy knees and achy ankles, I suppose, also. So yeah, let's give a little extra TLC, tender love and attention and care, to our knees and ankles today. So we're going to start in our standing place at the top of our mat in mountain. That's what I meant to say. Feet strong beneath us across the mat. Rock the body weight forward, rock the body weight back. Kind of settle into where your balance feels best on the soles of those feet today. Soften the knees, build up the spine, open the heart space. You got it. Okay, so this is our mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's inhale, sweep the palms wide and tall. Lift the heart to the sky, lean a little bit back, maybe find a neutral spine. Exhale, dive into our forward fold. When we get there, we can soften the knees. That will relax the hamstrings. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Awesome. Climb up to the top of the shin bone, half lift. Exhale, hang heavy towards the ground again. Hug the knees this time. Sway a little bit side to side. Not too quick, just a little slow movement. And then drop the hands heavy. Let's try one more time. Rise up to our half lift. Just hold strong in the spine. You've got it. Exhale, forward fold. Palms meet the mat. Okay, we're going to take our left foot back, a walking step. So maybe 2 or 3 footsteps behind our right foot. Both toes are facing the top of the mat. Let's go ahead and climb up into our standing place. Ooh. So our toes are facing forward. Our hips and shoulders are also facing forward towards the top of the mat. So we're trying to keep our hips level here. We're going into a pyramid posture. So it's important that our hips stay balanced in a straight line facing the front of the mat, okay? So knees are both going to be strong, but we're not locking out our legs, okay? We're still leaving a little bounce, but we're going to keep those muscles strong. Now I want you to imagine when we're going into this pyramid, okay? Imagine that this front foot, the heel of that front foot is pushed into the mat, like we're driving that right heel towards the front of the mat, and the left heel behind us is driving back, okay? So I want you to feel that strength in your legs. Right foot forward, left foot back. Drag in the ground, like you can rip the mat in half, okay? Feel that. Be there. You can do it, okay? Spine is tall with those 2 feet pushing apart. Hips push to the back of the room. Heart pushes to the front of the room. Just hold steady. You've got it. Pyramid. Strong feet. Right heel driving forward. Left heel driving back. Ooh, hang in there. Strong legs. And rise back up. Slow and easy. Soften a bend into the front knee and release that grip with the feet. Okay, if you need to wiggle the toes for a moment or rock the body weight back and forth just to kind of loosen up those muscles again. Okay, settle into neutral. Put a bend in the front knee, safe over the front ankle. Spine tall. Okay, now we're going to try our pyramid pose. So I want to take that left foot a little bit further back. So maybe a walking step back. Okay. For our triangle pose, we're now going to open the hips and shoulders. So let's go ahead and point that back toe to the long side of the mat, Let the heart and hips open up with that back leg. Okay. Front knee wants to roll in with us. Let's line it back up with that ankle again, okay? Push it back into place. All right, triangle pose. Let's lengthen that front leg. Okay, again, not locking out the knee. Sweep the palms wide at shoulder height. So great wingspan, reaching forward and back at the same time. Now we can already see the hips are favoring that forward motion. That's where we're going, okay? We're gonna push this back hip towards the back of the room and reach forward with the front hand until we can lower and hover in front of this shin bone in this front leg. Okay, I will say it is easier to lean further the longer your stance is between your feet, but it is not important how far you go as much as it is important what you feel when you get here, okay? So if you're like me and you're higher up, the idea is not necessarily to get the shoulder to the knee or anything, but in triangle pose, we're creating a triangle from our top hand to our front toe to our back heel, okay? Triangle in the body. We're gonna take 3 more breaths here. So I want you to imagine you're now being squished between 2 panes of glass, okay? Stack one shoulder over the other. Line up those hips like you're being pressed into one strict space, okay? Let's use that hand in the air like we're pulling a rope, rising back up to neutral. Put a bend in the front knee. Drop that back hand towards our back thigh or behind our back, and lift the front hand up to the sky. Whew, okay, so we've still got that bend in our front knee, but now in reverse warrior, we're kind of resetting where the spine feels comfortable here. After leaning forward for a couple of breaths. Okay, from our reverse warrior, come into neutral, warrior 2. Okay, drop the arms heavy, shake it out. Okay, let's point the front toe towards the same long side of the mat and line up our heels and toes. Okay, so wide stance, forward fold. We're moving into the opposite side, so we're gonna rotate to the back of the mat now. We're gonna take our left foot and point it towards the back side of our mat, and the right foot at the top of the mat still faces the long side, okay? Put a bend in that left knee for a moment just to decide how you feel. Hips and shoulders facing the long side of the mat as well. Palms out wide, and that's our warrior 2. Sorry, but we're starting in triangle, so lengthen that front leg. You can already see how your hips are favoring that fold forward. Okay, we're pushing our right hip towards the front of our room, and we're pulling our back hand towards the back of the room. Okay, slow lower. Sorry, I kind of changed up the words as we rotated here, so bear with me. I'm not trying to trick you or anything. Same idea, triangle pose from hand to big toe to heel. We've got a triangle in the body. Okay, we're deciding how we feel, if we want a longer stance, for a deeper fold, or if we like where we're at. You're the boss of you, not me. Okay, now we're gonna take, let's say 4 more breaths at this point, and let's try to squeeze ourselves like 2 panes of glass, okay? One shoulder directly over the other, one hip in line with the other, squished 2 panes of glass. Okay, from triangle pose, let's go ahead and use that hand in the sky. Rise back up. Warrior 2, we'll put a bend in that front knee to get there. When we're in warrior 2, let's reverse it. Drop the right hand down or behind. Left hand up overhead, reach, 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 reach. Reverse warrior. Oh, that feels so much better on that side of the body. Okay, so now we're gonna try our pyramid stance on this side. Shorter stance. So let's get from our warrior 2 back to our warrior 1. Harden hips facing the back side of the mat. We're gonna step the back foot 1 step forward and point both sets of toes towards the back of the room. Okay, so toes, hips, and shoulders back. Lengthen the front knee, spine is tall. We're gonna activate those legs again. So left heel is driving towards that back of the mat. Strong leg, you can feel a difference. Strong leg, right heel is driving towards the back of the mat, pulling the mat apart between the legs. Tall spine, push the hips behind us, push the heart forward and take a bow. Pyramid stance. Strong, strong legs beneath us, ripping the mat in half. Big breath in the body. When you are ready, slowly rise. Ooh, put a bend in that knee if it helps you rise up. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and rotate to the long side of our mat. Keep the feet wide distance, okay? We're gonna forward fold here, so soften the knees. Knees point in the same directions as the toes, okay? So when you're ready, forward fold, push the hips back, push the heart forward, climb your way to the ground. That sounds reversed, but you know, climb down. Let the top of the head hang heavy. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Whew. All right. Drop the hands towards the ground. Maybe even try to cross the arms underneath the upper body and sway towards your left leg and sway towards your right leg. Okay, soft knees will help you do this. It's easy to get a cramp here, so move slow, move with intention, have patience with yourself, and sway. All right. Let's come back to neutral, drop the arms to the ground. Let's walk our way to the top side of the mat again, so both toes are facing forward, hips and shoulders as well, and we've got a long stance, but we're going to drop our left knee to the ground. We're going to practice our rocking dragons here. So untuck the back toe. We want this back thigh at a little bit of an angle, not straight, flat down, bent at 90 degrees, okay? The front knee will be bent at 90 degrees, there we go. All right, so for rocking dragons, we exhale to walk the body weight back, lengthening the front leg as we go. Okay, and then we'll walk forward to neutral with that knee. And then we're gonna overstep, so heel the palm in line with the big toe, push the hips a little forward, sink. See how you feel? Okay, overstepping dragon. Now we're gonna rock with it. Let's try 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, rise up. Extend back. Okay, let's come back to neutral. Let's go ahead and come into tabletop by sweeping this right leg all the way around the body till both knees meet the mat. Let's walk the hands way out before us from tabletop to puppy pose. Drop the heart heavy, leave the hips tall. Big breath in the body. Okay, rise up to neutral tabletop. This is the hard part, maybe. Let's bring that left foot around. Okay, wibble wobble, whatever helps. We're gonna get that knee safe over the ankle, back thigh at an angle. Okay, awesome. Let's rock these dragons. Exhale to walk the body weight back, extend the front leg. Awesome. Inhale, come forward to neutral. Exhale, overstep. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, extend. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And last time, we'll exhale back. Awesome. Come back to our neutral place. Let's go ahead and sweep that left leg around to meet our right leg. From tabletop, we'll go to puppy pose again. Hands way out. Drop the heart and forehead heavy. Puppy pose. Okay. Inhale, climb up to our tabletop. And let's go ahead and come into a seated posture. So we're going to kick the legs long in front of us and plant the hips strong behind us, or beneath us, I should say. Okay. We're going to start with knees a little bit soft here, so you can bend up the knees, but point the toes to the sky anyway. Okay. Build up the spine tall, and let's push the heart towards the front of the room and let the arms rest wherever they can. Okay, this is the challenge because we always come into a forward fold. We want to grab, we want to yank and pull. That's not what we're here for today. Okay? Send the heart forward, leave the knees soft, build up the spine, and just breathe with what you've got. Okay? With our next inhale, rise up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and lengthen those legs, wobble out the knees, roll out the ankles, bend the right knee so it stands. Step the right leg across the left. Use the left hand to hold the right knee and sweep the right hand around for a twist. Tall spine, shoulder back. Look back beyond that right shoulder as we twist. And keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. go ahead and unwind. Let's try that twist on the opposite side. Oh, before we go there, actually, let's drop our right knee heavy. So this is going to be interesting. Let's cross our left thigh with our right shin bone here. So we're not dumping down into our ankle necessarily. We're resting strong bone across strong bone, shin bone across thigh. The foot is free to move because we're not resting on the ankle. Both feet are going to be flat in the space around us. We're going to push down on this right knee beside us. We're not going to, yank and really fight it. We're just going to weigh it down a little bit. And then push the heart forward for a fold. Okay, a little bit of a hip opener here. Working on hips, knees, ankles, they all cooperate. So might as well give the hips a little bit of attention while we're here. Awesome. Very cool. Let's rise up into our tall spine. Let's exchange the legs now. So the right leg goes out long. Bend to the left knee. Remember, right toe stands to the sky even though we're not working with it yet. Step the left foot across the right knee. Right hand takes the left knee. Left hand swings around for the twist. And again, the spine is tall. That left shoulder is back. We're not dumping down into it. Push that left shoulder back. And look back beyond that left shoulder as much or as little as you can, okay? It's not a competition. But that's the goal, is to follow that shoulder back. Awesome. Okay. When you feel ready, let's go ahead and unwind into our neutral place. And like last time, we'll do this hip opener here. Our number 4, we'll drop that left knee heavy beside our right leg. So again, our shin bone is crossing our thigh, not our ankle. Our shin bone is crossing our thigh. Okay, the ankle is free to move and rotate if it needs to, but both feet are flat to the space around us. Spine is tall. We'll exhale, forward fold, and apply a little extra weight to that open knee. And we don't have to go that far, and we don't have to push hard either. Just keep on breathing. All right. From our half shoelace posture, or our number 4 stretch, because the legs resemble a number 4. We'll rise back up into our tall spine. We'll flatten both feet to the ground before us. I'm going to recline on my mat, so I need to make some space here. But we're going to lengthen the spine long across the mat. So we're going to keep the shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to lengthen even the neck long across the mat. And we're going to set the feet to the edges of the mat. So we've got a wide stance in our feet here. And let's start to roll the hips and knees side to side independently of each other. Ooh, just working on hips again. Why not? We're working on knees and ankles. We might as well add a little something for the hips too. Okay, so we've got this wide stance. We've got knees working independently of each other. Okay, and then we'll stand those knees to the sky. And we already have the legs in a wide stance, but I want you to bring those knees to hover over the shoulder. I know that sounds wild to come way up over the shoulder, but hover over the body like we are pointing our knees towards our shoulders. So those feet stay in that wide stance, and we're going to go into happy baby pose. So if you like, you can take the soft part of the knee and just hold on here and let the knees hover over the body. Maybe hug them in a little bit. Or if you can get a little closer to the ankle, you can bring the elbows to prop inside of the knees, and then you can take the hands and try to feed the outside edge of the feet into each hand. Okay? Maybe. This is also happy baby, but you can stay at the knee if you need to. Or we can anchor the elbow, grip the feet. Okay? If we've got the feet all the way up over the body here, we're going to try and flatten those feet to the sky. We're going to try and line up the shin bones parallel to each other and the walls around us. And yeah, I want you to imagine, okay, that you are kicking your feet towards the ceiling. So you're feeling that strength rising away from the ground, okay? But I also want you to feel those hands tugging that same strength back down to the earth, okay? So we've got a balance here between the strength of our legs and the strength of our arms. Obviously, our leg muscles are much stronger, so balance here. The strength we use to press to the sky has to equal the strength that we're tugging back down. Okay, and we're feeling the whole body work here. We're gonna rock and roll side to side. Likewise, if you're at the knee, it's not as obvious, but you can still push into the hand and pull back from the knee. Okay, we can find balance wherever we're at in this happy baby pose, even if it's at the knee, even if it's at the ankle. We can rock and roll if we like. All right, let's go ahead and slowly release those feet to the ground. Let's leave the knees standing to the sky, but set the feet way out to the edges of the mat and then lean the knees against each other, okay? Like a broken bridge, we prop the knees against each other. We keep the neck long and neutral. We keep the shoulders down away from. We can rest the arms wherever we like, way out wide, over the belly, overhead if we wanted to. It's your space, but we are moving into final relaxation. So let's relax the face, relax the eyes, the jaw. We're gonna focus on slow breaths with a greater exhale. So we'll inhale to the count of 5, we'll pause, and then we'll exhale to the count of 6. Okay, like inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take 3 more breaths in this way. Feel ready, you can begin to roll to your favorite side. Maybe roll the ankles and wrists while you're heading that way. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then we can rise up off of the ground. Maybe make some adjustments at the knees, the ankles, the elbows. Whatever helps. We'll come into any seated posture that is comforting for us. Root the hips down strong. Build the spine up tall, roll the shoulders back, rest the face one last time. It's at this time that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your time and your practice with me here today. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you. Namaste.